Do you consider Momo and Okarun to be a perfect fit? Is their romance captivating because they complement each other? When I look at them, I do feel like they belong together. But what if their dynamic being unstable is actually the thing that makes them so appealing? Think about it. When two people are a perfect match, there is no friction between them. They share interests, they complement each other's weaknesses, they are meant to be, per se. But Dandadan does something much more interesting. It shows us two people who are fundamentally different and how this difference creates friction. They get out of their comfort zone, they do things they never did before, and this whole exchange forces them to change. We are captivated by these little moments when we realize how they've changed because of each other. In episode 2, we have this scene.
I want to talk to Miss Ayase about ghosts.
I want to talk to Okarun.
This made me think about who was Momo before Okarun and who was Okarun before Momo. At every interaction, we see how their lives improve. And this positive change is what we should be looking for in a healthy relationship. Welcome to a running series called Understanding Dandadan. My name is Kepler, and in today's video we'll talk about how friction and contrast makes Dandadan romance so captivating. Dandadan operates in a fundamentally different system when you compare it to a normal shonen. In Naruto, the romance between Naruto and Hinata, it's cute and beautiful, but you could remove it entirely and the main plot about becoming a Hokage and saving Sasuke would remain intact. But in Dandadan, if you remove the Momo and Okarun dynamic, you don't have a story anymore. Every arc, every new character, and every supernatural encounter, it all stems from or revolves around their relationship. The introduction of new characters like Gigi and Aira serves the primary function of developing the Momo and Okarun relationship. They are mirrors that reflect different aspects of our main couple, forcing them to confront their feelings and grow. Each new character introduces a different angle on what Momo and Okarun mean to each other. Aira represents what happens when someone tries to force compatibility. Her initial attraction to Okarun is based on a fantasy version of him, not a real person. Watching her gradually understand who he really is and seeing that she can't compete with the genuine connection he has with Momo reinforces how authentic the main relationship is. Gigi serves as a mirror for what Momo might choose if she prioritizes comfort over growth. He's easier to get along with than Okarun in many ways, and more naturally aligned with her energy level. But the story makes it clear that easy isn't always better. The challenge that Okarun represents, the way he makes her think, reconsider, and grow, is actually what she values most. Even characters like Seiko reinforces the relationship themes by showing us what a long-term partnership built on mutual respect looks like. She's a model for the kind of person Momo is growing into, someone who can be incredibly strong while still being open to love. Also, the amount of food she provides for the gang is absurd. Someone give this woman a medal. Now, I'm going to do kind of a meta-analysis. I'm going to use information outside the anime to make some predictions, so bear with me. I predict that Momo and Okarun's relationship won't be resolved until the very end of the story. Because by design, the moment they get together, really get together, the engine that drives the entire story stops running. The tension, the growth, and the constant push and pull that creates new adventures, it all comes from their inability to perfectly fit together. And I want to share something that gives me complete confidence that the moment they do get together will definitely be worth the wait. Because this is not the first story Yukinobu Tatsu used romance as engine. Before Dandadan, Tatsu created a one-shot that follows a similar structure, a romance-driven supernatural story where the relationship development is the plot. And when that story reached its conclusion, Tatsu didn't just give us a quick "they got together" ending. He dedicated actual pages to showing us their wedding ceremony, their life together, and even included a scene of them with their newborn son. Think about that. In a one-shot that only gets a limited amount of pages to tell a full story, Tatsu spent precious page time showing us the full life cycle of the relationship. He understood that when you make the romance the engine of your story, you owe your readers a payoff that matches the investment they made. For Dandadan, this means we can expect something truly special when Momo and Okarun finally get their resolution. Based on Tatsu's track record, we're likely going to see their wedding, their adult life together, and maybe even their own family. This delayed gratification actually makes the romance even more satisfying. When a couple gets together early in the story, the relationship often becomes static. The story introduces artificial obstacles to maintain tension, or the romance fades into the background while other things take center stage. The beauty of Momo and Okarun's relationship is that we are not just rocking back and forth on our chairs waiting for them to get together. We watch as they change because of each other. And those ongoing interactions is why Dandadan is such a great anime. So here's the key takeaways for anyone looking for a relationship like Okarun and Momo. What makes a relationship really special isn't that both parties are perfect for each other. It's that they make each other's change for the better. They don't fit together like puzzle pieces because real people aren't designed to slot seamlessly into each other's lives. They are designed to create something entirely new through the beautiful and complicated work of learning to understand each other across the space of their differences. Sometimes this means giving up on things you previously thought were important to you. And this might hurt, but it will only become unhealthy if it's one-sided. And there's also cases where a relationship changes both parties for the worse. If you realize you've entered one, you need to be strong and sever that connection immediately. Although in fiction, those can create some beautiful tragic stories.